Hello, my amazing readers. Welcome back to Book with Mrs. Bolling, where stories come to life and imaginations run wild. I am your host, Lakeisha Bolling. Have you ever had a day where everything just didn't seem to go your way? Well, today's story is about a fox who thinks he's having the luckiest day ever. But is it really as lucky as he thinks? Do I have a surprise for you? Today, I am reading one of my all time favorite books. When my children, Jaren, Justice, and Jade, were little, I had to read this story almost every night. It's even a favorite story for Mr. Bowling as well. So, our story today is My Lucky Day by Keiko Kasza. In this story, the fox thinks he's in for a treat, but things doesn't always seem to go his way. Let's dive in to see what happens. My Lucky Day by Keiko Kasza. One day, a hungry fox was preparing to hunt for his dinner. He polished his claws, and he was startled by a knock on the door. "Hey, Rabbit!" someone yelled from outside. "Are you home?" "Rabbit?" thought the fox. "If there were any rabbits here, I'd eaten them for breakfast." When the fox opened the door, there stood a delicious looking piglet. "Oh no!" screamed the piglet. "Oh yes!" cried the fox. "You've come to the right place." He grabbed our little piglet and hauled him inside. "This must be my lucky day," he shouted. "How often does dinner just come knocking on your door?" The piglet kicked and squealed. "Let me go! Let me go!" "Sorry, pal," said the fox. "This isn't just any dinner. It's a pig roast, my favorite. Now get into this roasting pan." It was useless to struggle. "All right," sighed the piglet. "I will. But there's just one little thing." "What?" growled the fox. "Well, I am a piglet, you know. I'm filthy. Shouldn't you wash me first?" "Just a thought, Mr. Fox." "Hmm," the fox said to himself. "He is filthy." So the fox got busy. He collected twigs, he made a fire, and he carried the water. And he finally gave the piglet a nice bath. "Hey, you're a terrific scrubber," said the piglet. "There," said the fox. "Now you're the cleanest little piglet in the county. Stay still now." "All right," sighed the piglet. "I will. But what?" growled the fox. "Well, I am a small piglet, you know. Shouldn't you fatten me up a little more?" "Just a thought, Mr. Fox." The fox said to himself. "He is on the small side." So the fox got busy. He picked tomatoes, he made spaghetti, he baked cookies, and finally, the fox gave the piglet a nice dinner. Mmm, mmm, mmm. "You're a terrific cook, Mr. Fox," said the piglet. "There," said the fox. "Now you're the fattest little piglet in the county. So get into this oven." "All right," sighed the piglet. I will. But what? Shouted the fox. Um, well, I'm a hard-working pig, you know, and my meat is awfully tough. Mm. Shouldn't you massage me first for a more tender roast? Just the thought, Mr. Fox. Hmm, the fox said to himself. I do prefer a tender meat. So the fox got busy. He pushed and he pulled and he squeezed and pounded that little piglet from head to toe. Ah, you're a terrific massage, said the piglet. But, the piglet continued, I've been working awfully hard lately, you know, and my back is awfully stiff. Could you push a little harder, Mr. Fox? A little to the right. Oh, yes. Please. Now, just a little more to the right. And a little to the left again. Mr. Fox? Are you there? Mr. Fox was not listening. He passed out, exhausted. He couldn't lift a finger, let alone a roasting pan. Oh, poor Mr. Fox, said the piglet. He's had such a busy day. Then the cleanest, fattest, softest piglet in the county picked up the rest of his cookies and headed home. The story isn't over. You'll have to check out that book at the library. So, in the story, My Lucky Day, a little piglet comes knocking on the door for the hungry fox. But the piglet isn't scared. He doesn't even resist. Instead, he tricks the fox into cooking him a meal. The piglet has a plan, and things start to get pretty funny. The fox tells the piglet, this must be my lucky day. Because how often does dinner just come knocking at your door? What do you think? Does the piglet have a plan? Well, do you think the piglet was just tricking the fox? Or is he just making the best out of a bad situation? What would you do if you were the piglet? Now let's play a game called Lucky or Not. Are you ready? Now it's time for you. Lucky or not, I'm going to describe some things that happen in the story, and you get to decide if the piglet is really lucky or if things are about to turn out his way or not. All right, friends, let's play Lucky or Not. Question number 1. The piglet knocks on the door and the fox thinks he's having dinner. Is this lucky for the piglet? A. Yes, it sounds like a good deal. B. No, it sounds like the piglet is in trouble. Think about it. What is your answer? Question number 2. The fox falls for the piglet's plan and ends up too exhausted after a hard day of work. Is this lucky for the fox? A. Yes, because the fox doesn't realize he's being tricked. B. No, the piglet is just making the best of things. Think about your answer. What do you think? And finally, question number 3. The piglet escaped the fox house with dinner. Was this lucky for the piglet? A. Yes, that was a clever move. B. No, it was just good timing. In the end, it was the piglet's lucky day. At first, things didn't seem to go as well for him, but with quick thinking and a good plan, things can turn around. What do you think about the piglet's clever escape? Friends, sometimes in life, things don't always go the way we think they're planned, but it's always good to have a good plan and make it the best out of every situation that you're in, just like the piglet did. So now I challenge you to think of a time where you had to do some quick thinking in a tricky situation. It turned out lucky. Hopefully, it did. Maybe you helped a friend at school, or you figured out how to solve a hard problem at school. Now, this is where the fun part comes in. I need you to draw a picture and then write about your lucky day. I'd love to hear from you. Please send your pictures and drawings to bookwithmrsbowling@gmail.com. I'd love to see them. All right, parents, this part's for you. In a journal or on some paper, have your young reader write a story or draw a picture about their lucky day, my luckiest day ever. And then here's also a lucky day reading challenge. Have your young reader make their own lucky plan for the day. What can they do to turn any ordinary day into the luckiest day for them? And then here's a role play game that students can play. Have them act out the parts in the story with a partner, maybe take turns with someone being the fox and then someone being the piglet. Hope you have lots of fun with these activities. Until next time, stay lucky, keep reading, and remember, sometimes luck is about making your own good fortune. And remember, with Book with Mrs. Bolling, bringing books to life one story at a time because every reader has a story. Don't forget to subscribe with Book with Mrs. Bolling on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss anything. Until next time, my darlings, happy reading.